All right, let's play a game. Say the Browns have to play a game coming up in a couple of days. As you look at this roster, how you feeling?
You know, Dave, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm a little worried about a couple of spots here and there, but pretty good overall. I'm looking at about a 6'5", 270-pound hole that's at the edge position there, opposite of Myles Garrett, looking at Jadeveon Clowney. But outside of that, I feel pretty good overall. Maybe you could add one more, true free safety, which I think that they were truly looking for. I think that somebody like Kirby Joseph of Illinois, I know that they were looking at pretty heavily in the draft. He ends up going to Detroit just 2 picks before the Browns select. But that's one area where I think that they can still improve. But again, for the most part, you're not going to have a perfect offseason. You're never going to fill every single one of your needs because there's always something else that you can kind of reach for and something else that you can really find. So, I tend to look at what Andrew Berry and company did this offseason, and I do genuinely think that, for the most part, they're in as good of a spot as they can possibly be in. You have depth at running back. Obviously, you added in some receivers, which I do think the receiving position is a little bit underrated going into this year. I know not necessarily some of that high-end talent, maybe add in one more veteran, I guess, in my opinion, but I do think that the crew that they have there's interesting enough names at the back end, especially undrafted free agents like Isaiah Weston, who I think, could potentially make the roster if he ends up having a strong preseason and training camp. But you do have a few guys who really make a lot of sense for the team. And I do think that, again, for where the Browns have been at previously, I do really think that they're in a good spot to be in, especially with Deshaun Watson, Jacoby Brissett, and company in that quarterback room.
Yeah, you would expect that Deshaun Watson makes those wide receivers that were here last year a little bit better, and Amari Cooper gives you an elite one.